Okay, so this video is to set up the Bluetooth on a Pioneer AVH-500EX. The phone that you want to sync to the radio, you should open the settings and open Bluetooth, and you'll see discoverable devices. Now, turn the ignition to the first position right there. You don't have to start the engine, but just power up the Pioneer unit and hit OK. And you should see it come up on your list of devices here. Okay, so now you can see on your phone the AVH-500EX, and just if you tap that, you should see then on the screen, would you like to pair with the device? Say yes. And you'll see the same number on your screen. So you've got it basically on your phone and the unit pair. And then if you want to sync your contacts, so basically, your recent calls, all the people in your address book, just click allow. And it will sync your phone book to the Pioneer. May take a minute to do this. So it's syncing right now. Okay, so now the phone book is loaded, and actually if you go, this is your preset dial, nothing is set up, but if you go here to phone book, you can then, with the touch screen, you can just scroll. Everybody in your phone book should be here. If you touch this button, this will show you your recent calls. So these are outgoing calls, incoming calls, and missed calls. And again, you can always scroll up and down, using the bar on the right, or just using your finger. Now, if you want to add somebody to your favorites, you can just hit the little plus button on the right. So, for example, to add Marcy Frischman, I would just press this, and now she's a preset in the memory. So if I go to the top one here, now you can set multiple preset dials. Alright, so now if you want to make a call, I'll just call this teleconference number, Zoom. You just press that, and well, let's see, that actually just giving you the number. I think you've got to touch it. So now,
welcome to Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by pound.
So now, if you want to hang up the call, you can do it from the screen. You can also do it from the steering wheel to hang up right here. So that ends the call. Okay, so for Spotify, you have to have the Spotify app on your phone. And if you go to the main menu, just press this little triangle here and select Spotify. Right now it's already on a playlist. If you want to go to one of your other playlists, you can just hit this menu and go to your library. Here's my playlists. So let's say, for example, I want, let's say I want New Wave. Just click that. It should switch over. Alright. So you can see it's also giving you the album artwork. Actually, great song by the Runaways. So you got steering wheel control here for your volume. One thing to note is that to switch the tracks are these two buttons. However, these also control the dashboard display. So what you should do is press the menu button so that the dashboard is just set to audio, and then when you switch tracks, it's not going to change your display, because otherwise, like for example, if you're on the like this one, if you change tracks here, it's actually going to change, you know, what's on the dash to the temperature, which you may not want. But to switch this to audio, then it's going to ignore these buttons except for the radio. And now, because I don't have the paid version of Spotify, it went to an advertisement. Okay, so for Pandora, it's really similar to Spotify. You just go to the main menu, select Pandora, and whatever stations you've set up should show up on the screen. So for example, I've got a bluegrass radio station here. Not sure if this is going to let me select songs without playing commercials. And then again, you can go to your Pandora menu. So I really haven't created any stations yet because I don't use Pandora that much, but whatever you've set up in Pandora on your phone should be available on the radio. And again, this is blank because I haven't actually set anything up in Pandora. Okay, and now if you go back to your main menu, you'll also see Bluetooth audio and iPod, so I'll explain what those are. Okay, so Bluetooth audio, basically any other apps that you have on your phone that will play audio will play it through the stereo. So for example, I have the Sirius XM app on my phone, so if I select the Coffee House channel, it should switch over. It may switch over automatically. So now I pick Bluetooth audio. So you can basically see here it's got the Avid Brothers, No Hard Feelings. It's going to show the same thing on the screen here. So whatever you're playing on your phone through Bluetooth audio is going to show up on the screen. You're going to have the same control over the volume. Not sure if you can change the station or not with this. You might be able to. No, looks like not going to do it. Okay, and then if you're using an iPod or iTunes on your phone, so basically you can select that too. Just select iPod. It's going to work through Bluetooth also. Whatever you pick is going to play through Bluetooth, and then any songs that you have on your phone, you can play. You can control it from your phone or from the screen or the steering wheel control. So I can pick Katy Perry from here, or I could actually go to the menu here. So again, everything that's on iTunes would be here. I would go to artists and scroll, to Lady Gaga, and then it's going to give you the songs. So just touch that, hit play. Where I could just say play everything by Lady Gaga. So there, it's going to switch. It's going to pull up the album artwork, etc. Okay, so that's basically your iPod or iPhone operation using iTunes Music. Now one more thing, I'm going to show you how to adjust the sound. Okay, so to adjust the audio, you hit this equalizer button, and it's got different settings. So if you want more bass, just hit, that's going to accentuate the bass. It's pretty boomy on that setting. On the other hand, if you want just natural balance or vocals, you can also make your own equalizer setting. For most popular music, powerful or natural is the way to go. And to control the speakers, I think you hit this. Yeah, you have to go to sound, fader balance. So basically, this is the front of the car, the back of the car, left and right, and you can move this around. So now the sound is only coming out over here, etc. I can move it to the right, or I can just move it to the back, just to the front, or back to the center. And Not sure if there's a button to move it automatically back to the center, but it's pretty easy to get it. Should all be zeros. One other thing is this actually has the Siri function on the radio because you're actually talking through this. There's a microphone up here. So if you press here, I think that turns on Siri. Yep. Hey Siri, how far to Chicago?
It looks like Chicago, Illinois is about 829 miles away as the crow flies.
Now just a word about the menus. On the left side of the screen, you do have a, first of all, there is a CD slot here on top, and this will eject the CD. There's nothing in there right now. You've got a volume control if you don't want to use the one on the steering wheel, and this button here just gives you a different screen, shows you the album artwork. You can choose radio, CD, Bluetooth, Pandora. There's also a USB connection here, so if you have music on a memory stick, you can plug it in here, or like a portable hard drive, anything USB it'll read off of, and it will play the music. And I think that might be it. There's one more display here. You can play around with it. I mean, it's pretty intuitive. And so again, with iTunes, if you want to select different tracks, you can just do it right from the steering wheel. So up should switch to the next song. If you want to go back to Born This Way, hit the down button, and now it's back to Born This Way. So basically you can scroll through, you know, whatever songs you have for Lady Gaga, they're all gonna come up. The nice thing is you can do it straight from the steering wheel, and you can control your volume right from the steering wheel. So pretty cool.